Cool. Okay, so well, to give you guys a bit of an update, since the last monthly call. So I think some of you don't know about the update that we have from Educate Uganda, where, well, as you might remember from our previous calls and discussions, we had started with one student who, after a few months, became a mentor himself. And he taught the mentor process goal steps and the relaxation method to a few mentors and students from the Educate organization. And together with three mentors, basically, that we have in Kampala, they also taught programming to a few of the mentors there. And well, the management of Educate Uganda liked the results of this mentoring, so they decided to include our first month of training with well, the mentor process goal steps and relaxation method in their own curriculum. And this happened towards the end of last year. So well, the person from the management that I was in touch with, his name is Richard Luba, he connected me with the person who designs the trainings that they are already doing in Educate. And I managed to do our training with this person, and well, he saw the usefulness of it, and you know, he really enjoyed this training. But unfortunately, he had to leave in December of last year. So yes, this wasn't great, because the plan was to include our training in their curriculum starting from this month of this so the beginning of this school year. And well, he had to leave at the worst possible moment, basically, unfortunately. And yes, now well, his replacement, I've already had an email exchange with this person, and she said that she was quite busy at the end of last year, so we can only talk in January. Hopefully next week I will be able to talk with her. I'm not sure if they will still be able to start implementing it, including our training in their curriculum from this particular school year. But well, maybe something can be done, because they have this induction period in January of each year, where they train the sorry guys, if I can just ask you all again to please mute your microphones and unmute them when you want to speak, because there is some background noise coming from somewhere. Okay, so yes, they will they have this induction period when they train all their mentors, and they have well, the program officers, regional officers, program coordinators, as they call them. So yes, the induction period is basically ongoing in this period, and there won't be enough time for the new person to do our training and then to include our training in this induction period. But hopefully afterwards this will be possible. Yes, it's still great that, you know, the management has decided to include our training in their curriculum. In this way, it will reach like a few thousands, even tens of thousands of children in the villages in Uganda where they are doing their educational activities, and hopefully afterwards in their Kenya and the Rwanda chapters as well. So yes, this is the point where we want to get basically with as many other organizations as we can. And things should start happening in another organization that we have been in touch with for a few months now, where Ratul, who is also on this call, did 2 demos basically last year. But again, the contact person from there had to leave as well, and she was replaced by another person who was quite busy for a while. And she said that she will touch base again with us in at the end of January or at the beginning of February. So hopefully things will start there. Also because BRAC has been rated for like 3 years in a row now, the best NGO in the world. So it would be really great to be able to collaborate with them and show some results there, because afterwards, if they also choose to implement you know, our mentoring model on a larger scale, then we should be able to convince many other organizations much easier already. So BRAC started in Bangladesh basically, and they're now present in more than 10 countries, I think. And at least in Bangladesh, whomever you talk with, they know about BRAC, any other organization. So it would be a great, selling point basically for any others. Even though we are not selling something here, we are doing this voluntarily. But yes, we would have much more credibility in other organizations as well. Okay, so in BRAC, things should start happening in February. And then, okay, Hamilton, that's great. Then also in Bangladesh, we have been in touch also for a few months now with Care International, which is another very large organization. We want to collaborate as much as we can with them as well. And yes, I was finally able to talk with someone from Care who can at least pass, our training proposal to someone who makes the decisions there. So yes, I will prepare this training proposal even today, and we have 3 mentors who can start there in Dhaka. So again, we start like at a smaller scale, and then hopefully they will also choose like the people in Educate Uganda to implement this mentoring model at a larger scale afterwards. And then yes, things should also start happening in Egypt soon. We are in touch with someone from the CEO of Talents Arena, which is a recruitment agency that is also collaborating with lots of charitable organizations. And the agreement is that even from mid-January, the middle of this month, to start with a few mentors from Cairo in the Nile University, for them to start mentoring, a few hundred previous young people from 3 of these charitable organizations. So yes, hopefully, there won't be any delay there either. Okay, then, in Malaysia, also in Souls 24/7, we have one of our mentors who knows someone from the management, so who has already done our training, and she's implementing it, not in a very structured way from what I understood, but hopefully from this year, this will happen in a more structured way. And then we have another mentor in India who is in touch with an organization called The Nudge that was actually founded by his ex-boss. And they are mainly present in Bangalore, where we have, quite a few mentors. I've already talked with 5 of them who said that they will be able to start. So yes, quite a few things should start happening in all these places. And what I also wanted to say is, how I believe this could work best and in the most scalable way to do this mentoring in all these places, and in any other organizations that we might end up collaborating with. And what I will say regarding this is related also to the training that we do with all the new mentors, which we've constantly tried to improve. And because we've discovered that for quite a few mentors, especially the mentor process goal steps part of the training wasn't that clear, we do this part now in a slightly different way. And from the participants on this call, Ryan is familiar with this new way, and also Mitun as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, to explain exactly how we do this part. On each session, there is a shared document for the 2-3 participants that are present on each session, and each participant writes a very specific goal. So it's go like this. I'm writing in the chat, and then on each and every session, they add at least one step or at least one sub-step for how to reach that goal. And this is to get all the participants used to running this mentor process on a regular basis, because this is how they generate ideas, energy, and confidence or channel towards that goal. And this is how we found this to work best and to be more transparent, like to know exactly at least one goal, and to make sure that it's very specific, and that also the steps and the sub steps are directed are channeled directly towards the goal. So they're not only thinking about what they will do on the short term, like today, tomorrow, and that's it. But they think about the steps all the way towards the goal. And we also have a more comprehensive list of questions that Van, the trainer, is asking all the participants. Yes, including especially the whys, why we get ideas, why we get energy, why we get confidence. We found this to be well, even necessary, because otherwise the new mentors aren't very motivated to do especially this mental process goal steps part. The relaxation method seems to be clear, but this is what we found, right? That the mental process goal steps part wasn't that clear. So this is what we've introduced more recently. And this is exactly what we can do with each and every student from each of these organizations. And the way we could do this, so I will, in the following days, I will create a Google Drive folder where we will have subfolders for each organization. And in each of these organizations, we will have a few mentors who will teach a few students from there. And we will have a separate subfolder for each student where we will include the list of questions that will be accessible by the mentor of that student, and also the shared document where the student will put their very specific goal, which will usually be to land their first job as a programmer. And then on each and every session, they will add at least one step or at least one sub-step for how to reach that goal. And if the students, this might be the case sometimes, that they will say that I don't get any other ideas. It's no problem. The mentors themselves can also add one step or one sub-step. But it's very important to keep adding this to the list so that the student gets used to, so they keep this mental engine running, right? Of thinking about the goal and thinking about the steps to get to that goal, because in the end, it's the mind that drives the body. So this is, it's very important for them to keep running this mental process on a regular basis. And this is how, we make sure that this is happening. And apart from that, another benefit of going with this approach, so of having all these folders, right, the subfolders for each organization and the subfolders for each student, is that we will have the entire mentoring process documented in this way. And if we gather, a few examples, like even, 3-5 students, something like this, from each of these organizations, as they progress, we can present the progress that they're making. We can present it to the management of these organizations, so that hopefully, they will do the exact same thing that the people from Educate Uganda have decided to do. So yes, this is how we'll do this. And for each organization, I will talk initially with a group of mentors who are available at the moment. And it would be great if the mentors who are available at the moment could make the commitment to mentoring those places, preferably on a weekly basis for at least 3 months, so that they have some continuity, right, with the students, and the students are able to start the mental engine running, goal steps, and keep it running. Because after 3 months, even if the mentors become unavailable, the students will just keep going. They will already be used with the relaxation method, and they will keep asking themselves, what else can I do in order to reach my goal? So yes, they will become quite independent on their own, but it is necessary to do this for, I would say, at least 3 months. Yes, in each of the countries, for each of the organizations that we will be mentoring, starting from basically this month, I will talk initially with a group of mentors who will be able to make this commitment, right, for 3 months to mentor at least once a week. Well, not at least once a week, but on average once a week. And yes, we will have these folders where we will gather all this data. Cool. So yes, if you guys want to ask me anything regarding all this. Thank you, Mitun.
Yeah, no, it's clear to me. I like heard what you said, and I will be waiting for your next steps and move accordingly. Uh, like right now, you may see from my part, you see a bit of slowing down. That's because there are some like problems going on in my family. That's why I got a bit slowed down. But don't worry, I am up there, and you know my energy level, what I thought, what I told you. So basically, it's there already. So, and if there is anything like this, you can please keep me on the email, and don't think that I am out of touch or something. That please keep me on the email so that I can like participate on those things. Like today, I found out some time. That's why I could talk with you, and I will be also updating my plans to you accordingly. How I want to move forward, and like this kind of things that you told me. Please like keep me updated like today, and I will be like responding accordingly.
Sure, sure, definitely. And as I was mentioning earlier, it's not important necessarily for all the mentors to be available all the time. The important thing is to be able to start with a limited group of mentors, like two or three,
Yeah, yeah,
five mentors in each of these organizations, and who are able to make this commitment right for 3 months, once a week,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
other mentors can follow whenever they are available. So yeah, the important thing is to be able to start in each organization with a few mentors, and then others can join.
Yeah, no, I've also like planned this thing to start as app like as soon as possible. That's the highest priority right for me right now, and that's what I said. I will be informing you in all my steps that what I am doing and what I am not doing, or like what I want to do and things like that. Then you can suggest me better things, and I think we can move forward accordingly.
Sure. Okay. Thanks,
Yeah,
Antoine.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Edmund, maybe I need to leave a bit now because I didn't want to miss the meeting. And I like the decision was great because you told many things that I really like, especially the Google folder, Google Drive folder, because that you know what sometimes you can't attend meeting or you can't see the chat messages, but if there is everything in one place, it's easy to take it from there. So it was really nice for me. So I would like to leave with your due permission
Sure, sure, no
and
problem.
yeah, and but please keep me updated on things like if you have anything other things like important things to say, please like take some time and write me a small note so that I also know that what is happening. Okay, and
Sure, sure,
nice
definitely.
meeting with all of the guys there. Yeah, it's a really nice thing. Yeah,
Cool. Same here.
yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Antoine. And
yeah. Thanks, Edmund. Bye.
thank you. Bye bye. Okay, and guys, by the way, I was saying that, okay, so Mitun was one of those who have used this shared document throughout the training sessions. And there was also Ryan, and I think Ryan's example is the best one because he specified, well, the most steps. And Ryan, with your permission, I would like to paste the goal that you've mentioned and the steps that you've mentioned for this goal. Would that be okay for you, Ryan?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I am pasting this in the chat, and well, it's not very well formatted. Okay, just a second. Okay, so basically the goal that Ryan had specified from the first or the second session was the one mentioned there: successfully deliver an upcoming tourist tech project as a team lead. Okay, and the steps, well, already from the first session, he had added quite a few steps, but subsequently, he added a few sub-steps as well on the subsequent sessions. So yes, this is what we would like our students to do as well, right? And to have these centralized documents for each organization and for all the students that we are mentoring in each organization. And in this way, we can see we will have versioning right in the Google Doc, basically, and we can see how their plan progresses right from one session to the next. And this is how they will get used to keep asking themselves, what else can I do? What else do I need to do? And of course, also relaxing along the way whenever they encounter negative states. Okay, so this was, just an example of how this can go. Cool. Okay, so if you guys have any other questions.
Hi, Edmund. I have some question, please. Okay.
Sure.
I think in Egypt we will start with Nile University at the end of this month. Is that right?
Yes, I think Aya was actually saying in the middle of January. So
yes.
Yes, we'll see. You know, she will let us know. There have been, you know, some delays so far, but the last time she said mid-January. So yeah, hopefully things can start then. Okay.
Okay, Edmund. Okay, thank you.
Cool. Thank you as well. Okay, so well, if there are no other questions, I would say that we can just, you know, quickly go from left to right again, like we did in the beginning, and hear from each mentor if, you know, there's any other update from their side, if they might have already started mentoring somewhere. And I see Emmanuel also joined. Emmanuel had joined us first as well at the beginning of last year, from what I remember, as a student, and then he became a mentor as well. And he keeps, you know, teaching students in Nairobi in Kenya, where he's based in. Okay, but yes, going from left to right, where Ryan, you had completed the training very recently, so there's probably no update from your side. But what I can tell you, Ryan, something that I forgot to mention in the call that we've had, I think last week. So since you are a team lead, I would definitely recommend to, you know, talk about both the relaxation method and the mental process goal steps with your team as well. And I would also recommend to have a shared document even with them, right, where you can. So sorry guys, if I can ask you again to please mute your microphones, because there's again some background noise. Okay, so yes, you can have a shared document with your team where you can add, you know, new steps and the sub steps for achieving like the long-term goals that you want to achieve. And in this way, you are also making sure that you know, if each and every day you are adding at least one step and or one sub step, you are making sure that the mental engine keeps running for them as well. So yes, this is something that I would definitely recommend even before you start mentoring, you know, underprivileged young people. This would go very well for your team. Cool. Okay, and Shehroz, if there's any other update from your side?
Sorry that I have missed some of the monthly calls, monthly meetings.
No worries.
I actually, as I have told you, I have joined in an organization lately, and also I had some. I was a bit busy at that time, so I think I hope to continue continue those meetings. I mean, resume them, because with this gap I had actually forgotten a lot, and I have to go through those steps and restart with the setting goal process. So recently however recently I have enrolled in a course that is about Spring Boot and Angular. So I am trying to focus my goal on that so that I can finish it properly. And since there is actually a certain curriculum that's involved, I think that would be a good place to start for setting up my first goal.
Sure. So regarding this, actually, when we do these sessions with the new mentors, this is also something that we talk about, you know, the goal itself. So the goal, so completing a course is a valid goal, you know, and is a very specific goal, but it's not really a goal that would force you to think that much about the steps, right? Like for completing the course, you pretty much know from the beginning exactly what you need to do. You know, you need to follow the course and do the quizzes, do the exercises, and then, you know, you complete the course. So that's why we prefer for the new mentors to write in these shared documents goals which are longer term and that force them to think more about, you know, the steps that they would have to take in order to get there. That's where the mentor process goal steps really shines. When you have to put your mind at work, each and every day, preferably, think again about your goal, like the moment in the future when you achieve it, and then ask yourself, what else can I do in order to achieve that goal? Yes, this is how we do these sessions now. And if you want, I could schedule, maybe two other follow-up sessions with the trainer, so that you can see exactly, how this is done, and then she can also ask the questions based on our current list, because, like I said, now we have more questions in order to make sure that more things are clearer. And yes, you can also do this part for the mental process goal steps part in the way that we do it now. So yes, let me know if
again, I'm sorry, because I was off the touch for a while, and I actually have to, I think, restart. I think I have to go through those things a bit more again, so that I can keep up with the updates and also refresh my previous learning as well.
Cool. Okay, so yes, I will send you an email then a bit later today, and I can send you the availability of the training. If you want, you can choose from that availability, and you can do like at least 2 other sessions, and if you want, you can add another one if you prefer, if some things still won't be clear. So yes, we can definitely do this.
Thanks, that would be great.
Okay, perfect. So I will write it down then, and I will send you an email later today about this. Cool. Okay. Thank you, Shahroz. Okay, then Emmanuel. Yes, Emmanuel, if you could tell us a bit, because you said that you have been mentoring a few students lately, so if you could tell us a bit about that. Emmanuel, okay.
Yeah, it has been a long time, but during that time I've been in school, and I've got some 5 friends whom I'm working with, and we are mentoring mostly first years who come, so that they can be able to know steps towards achieving their goals.
Okay. Cool. So I think you've joined a bit later. I don't know if you've heard the part regarding how we do the training now, and how it would work best with the students as well by having these shared documents. But if not, we can talk a bit about this later. It would also, so if you are already mentoring some students from some organization or some place there in Nairobi, then it would be great if we could create these subfolders that I was mentioning earlier with for each student, right? Where you can add, using the Google Docs app, you can add each step and sub-step that they tell you on each and every session, and this is how you can make sure that they are actually running this mental process on a regular basis. And we can also have this the situation of all the students centralized and presented to the heads of the organization from where the students are from, so that they will implement it on a larger scale. So if you want, we can talk a bit more about this whenever you can. But yeah, it would be great if you could do this there as well. Okay.
Yeah, however, we faced a problem, like when there is a meetup that I had organized for Mentors Without Borders, but the school said that since the organization is not registered, then the meetup was illegal. So I had just to withdraw and stop that meetup immediately. If we could provide documents to register the organization to school, then it can work well.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure what kind of registration they require, though. Did they tell you, like,
Yeah,
registered how?
they require documents from the organization, like documents to show that the organization is legally in existence.
Oh, okay, sure. But I can definitely provide this. Well, the documents will be in Romanian, unfortunately, because the Mentors Without Borders is registered in Romania. But yes, it is indeed a legally registered NGO. It has like a serial number and all this stuff. So yes, we can talk about this. I'm not sure if they will accept the documents in this form. I can have like at least the main ones translated in English legally. These legal translations are usually a bit expensive, but maybe I don't know, the main certificate registration certificate, they might accept it in this way. So yes, we can talk about this. But yeah, thanks for letting me know, and we will see how we can arrange this.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, was there something else that you wanted to add, Emmanuel?
Actually, no, I'm just trying to like helping fellow youths towards achieving their goals, mostly by like I try to organize with some organizations, several meetups, and we met and educated youths on how they can achieve their goals. However, we only did it like once. We only do it once in a month, like the last week of the month. That's when we meet, the last Friday of the month.
Okay, so once a month. Yes, ideally it would be once a week in order to have some continuity. But well, I guess this could be tried as well, the approach of once a month, and see how it goes. But I would definitely recommend, like I said, to have these shared documents. So that you can see exactly what goals the students are thinking about and what steps come to their mind, and you can add steps as well. So yes, but we'll talk a bit more about this and also about the registration thing. Cool. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Then Ahmed Al-Bermawi, if there's any update from your side. Sorry, Ahmed, your microphone is muted. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, there is no update. I'm waiting for the Cairo to make this new first start for monitoring. Wish we start soon. This is
Cool.
all I have.
Sure, no problem. And how about this part of the training, right? The mental process goal steps part. Would you say, because I know that like Shehroz, when you did the training, it wasn't done in this way with the shared document and all this. So like looking at the example that I've mentioned here from Ryan, would you say that you have been running this mental process in a similar way as that?
Yeah, I'm running. I didn't do this before, but I think this methodology is very good. So you can have this item, what you are going to do in the monitoring. Maybe after that we can make like a slideshow presentation with some example and some visual effects, images. This also I think will be a good. But I didn't do something like this until now.
Sure. So yeah, I know that during the training sessions you didn't do like this, but like Shehroz, if you would like to do like 2 other follow-up sessions to see how the training is done now in this way, then I can definitely like send you the availability of the trainer, and you can choose from that availability. And if not, we can talk about this when you will start mentoring there, and you can do it directly with the students.
Yeah, okay. Let me add me okay on the next session so I can see what is the difference between before and now.
Sure. Okay, cool.
That will be great. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you as well. I've written it down, and I will send you an email later today as well.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, thank you, Ahmed. And Mahmoud Shaheen, you only appear as Shaheen, but from what I remember, your first name is Mahmoud. And I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me, Mahmoud? Okay, but you said that your microphone had some issue. Okay. So well, if there's any update from your side, you can write in the chat as well. Okay, sure, no worries. Well, if you want to write in the chat any update that you might have. Okay, in the meantime, Ratul, well, we are waiting for Brack to well, get back to us. So
yeah, I will try to email them by tonight to set a meeting at the end of January or early February. Before that, I would like to talk to a few mentors near me, so that I can at least have someone beside me when I'm meeting with them. And as for Save the Children, as you might remember, I tried to contact Save the Children through a friend who has
Yeah.
been working there. So he left Save the Children as well recently, and he said he already conveyed our message to, I think the person was there, Mamoon, Abdullah Al Mamoon. He already conveyed our message to him, but for some reason he did not contact us. So do you think I should email him again or something?
Uh, well, if you want, we can have one more try.
Okay.
The communication with him seems to be a bit difficult. Like another mentor also tried to contact him. I've also sent him to other emails. So he Abdullah only replied to one of my emails, I think, and then it
Okay.
was no reply at all. And then same for the other mentor from Dhaka, and then for you as well. But if you want to give it one more try, it would be great. If not, we will focus mainly on BRAC and CARE for now. So yes, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Also, I would need a few other mentors from Dhaka. I have uh, sent a message on Discord asking for other people's help, other mentors' help from Dhaka. Do you know of anyone who is likely to go with me in the meeting with Bragg?
So you've mentioned Abu Sayed, right, and also
Yeah.
Shabab Karim.
Yeah.
So yes, if they would be available, it would be great. And you said that you are in touch with them on Facebook. And then
Yeah.
Shohel had to leave. Okay, so I can ask Shohel as well about this. And I've also talked with three other mentors from Dhaka about care, and maybe one of them we could redirect him to BRAC. So yes, because we are in a more advanced stage in BRAC, and we have to make sure basically that we have at least,
Yeah. At
I
least
think,
at
two
least we
mentors.
have a conversation going on here.
Yeah, exactly. And you already did the demo, and they like the demo, and Anika knows about it. By the way, what was Anika being the new contact person, by the way, guys, that we have in BRAC? Was she present in the last demo that you did?
Yeah, she along with a few other employees from Social Innovation Lab was present there, and I'm guessing Anika will be taking care of our the part of that organization that handles with third party organizations.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if she was present during the demo, that's also great. Yes, then apart from the mentors that we've talked about, I will send another message to the entire team Bangladesh, and maybe someone else or a few other mentors can also join. But even if you go there initially with, let's say, two other mentors, it's still great. And even if afterwards you move to Germany and they start there, the others can join afterwards as well. So this shouldn't
Yeah,
be a
that's
problem.
true.
Yeah, because I'm guessing that BRAC won't likely start with too many students anyway. They want to see how this goes. So we can have
Yeah.
like even 2-3 mentors initially for a few students, and then they will see the progress.
I'm more concerned about being persistent in communication, because as it seems, BRAC usually delays in communication and other plans. I think they have some internal things going on, and overall, in general, it seems most of the non-government organizations in Bangladesh are going through some issues at this moment.
I see. Okay. um, and you're afraid that the communication can still take
Yeah,
quite a long time.
yeah. That's what I'm concerned about. So if I have someone with me, physically present with me, at least I can ask them whenever I am not available. I can ask the other mentors to pursue brag a little bit better, be persistent in communicating and making plans.
Yes, and I will step in this communication as well. So yes, okay.
Yeah, I think you are already in the CC.
I'm in the loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but if for any reason the new mentor that will deal with this communication won't be available for some time, I will step in this.
Yeah.
So yes, we'll see how it goes at the end of January. When it's good,
Yep.
it's a good thing that she replied
Yeah.
in the end, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yes, we will arrange the details in the following days.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. Cool. Okay, thank you, Ratul. And if there was anything else that you wanted to add?
No, as for now, I did not communicate with any other organization. I'm still trying to talk to my colleagues and ex co-workers who might be interested in mentoring. So let's see how many I can make interested in our tasks.
Cool. Sure. That would be great. If you can convince others, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Thank you, Ratul. Okay, then let's see. Going again from left to right. Well, the Zooms keeps messing up the order here. So Aditya, can you hear me, Aditya? Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but your microphone is muted. Okay, let's see. Riyadh, Riyadh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Cool. Okay, so Riyadh, if I remember correctly, you are also based in Dhaka, right?
No, I'm in Khulna actually.
Okay, but still in Bangladesh.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Cool. So, well, from what I remember, you had completed our training around
Yes.
the middle of.
Yes, I completed the training, but I wasn't with contact because I was busy for my examination and some educational purpose. So I wanted to start from January. So now I am here.
Cool. Okay, great. Okay, so well, it means that since you have completed the training, you didn't have time to get in touch with some organization. And yeah, this is not a problem. But since you are not currently based in Dhaka, well, since you don't live in Dhaka, where we are in touch with Care and Brack, as I was talking earlier with Ratul, we'll have to see, unless you can find the local branch of either BRAC or some other organization in your area from the list that I had sent you, then, well, I will have to let you know about possible remote mentoring opportunities when they will arise. So yes, these would be the two options, unless you had something else in mind.
I have a known person. He also worked with Drac actually. So I will try to reach him if anything, any opportunity from Khulna that I can support. Then I will, inshallah.
Sure, that would be great. Okay, and regarding the way we are doing the training now, as I was describing earlier, I know that you haven't done it in this way, well, especially the mental process goal steps part. So would you also like, as I was talking earlier with Sheikh Rose and Ahmed Al-Bermawi, would you also like to do these 2 extra sessions with the trainer to see how the training is done now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So I will send you as well an email a bit later with the availability of the trainer. And yes, you can select, it will be a Calendly link basically. And you can select the day and time from there. And I will schedule the second session accordingly. So yes, we can do this then. Okay, thank you, Riyad. Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
No, not for now. Thank you.
Sure, thank you as well. Okay, then Shariful.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so Shariful, are you based in Dhaka or no? I think you had told me that you went to Dhaka recently, but you are not based in Dhaka, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, the same thing here. Unless you can find the local branch of either BRAC or some other organization in your area, I will tell you when there will be some remote mentoring opportunities. Did you have something in mind, like some place where you could do this mentoring?
There are some branch office of BRAC in my area, that is Sylhet, and I think Mentors Without Border can arrange any mentoring session to my local area, that means in Sylhet. There are various types of NGOs, that means non-government organizations like BRAC, CARE, and ASHA in my region, Sylhet. So you can start the program in my area, Sylhet, as well as Dhaka or other regions in Bangladesh.
Okay, but when you say we can start the program, what exactly do you mean? Because in BRAC in Dhaka, I had talked initially with someone from the Social Innovations Lab, which is either part of BRAC or collaborating with BRAC, and then Ratul went there and did a demo. So how would you see this happening in your city?
Sorry?
Okay, so I was saying that in Dhaka, I had talked initially via email with a person in charge from the Social Innovations Lab, which is either part of BRAC or collaborating with BRAC. And then Ratul Mihaz went there and did a demo. So he went there personally. So how would you see this happening in your city? Like, would you like me to send an email to someone from there? And I don't have any contact person unless, maybe I can find someone on the website and I can try to contact them. Or do you already know someone? Could you go there and do a demo if they require this? So how would you see this happening?
I have no people familiar with me at my university in those organizations, but in Dhaka there are many people who can be contact by whom I can contact. But in Sylhet, I'm not from my area Sylhet. I am from Dhaka, but for my study purpose I am now in Sylhet. So
okay,
if you can okay.
Yeah, it's a bit it's a bit of a mess regarding this. So let's discuss over email about this to see what can be done, because I'm not sure at the moment, given your current situation, because you are originally from Dhaka but you are currently studying in Sylhet. It wouldn't be great to get in touch with someone from Sylhet and then you won't be able to go there to mentor. So yes, let's discuss more about this over email. Okay. Okay. And regarding what I was discussing earlier with the guys about the new way of doing these training sessions, I know that you also didn't do these sessions in this way with the shared document, right, for goal steps. Would you also like to do these 2 extra sessions like this? Shariful? Okay, I don't know if you can hear me anymore, but your microphone is muted. Okay, so if you can unmute your microphone, Shariful, at some point. Okay, then moving on, Shadi, if there's anything on your side.
No, thank you, Alban.
Okay, cool. So you are based in Cairo, from what I remember, right, Shadi? You are also waiting for the reply from Maya.
Yes, exactly. I'm from Cairo. Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we will see what Aya tells us. Okay, thank you, Shadi.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, and Lazarus, if there's any update from your side?
No update at the moment from me.
Okay, cool. And Lazarus, if I remember correctly, you are from Kenya, right? Based in Nairobi. Yes, I can hear you, Lazarus. Can you?
I can't hear you.
I can hear you. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So yeah, I was saying that from what I remember, you are based in Nairobi.
Yeah, Nairobi.
Okay. Did you by any chance try to get in touch with some organization from there? Because I've sent some emails, but I didn't receive any reply. So yes, I think, well, doing it locally would be best.
Yeah, so
mhm.
personally, I've been going through the mentorship process on an individual basis, like mentoring individuals who seem to be interested in technology and technology, mostly in general.
Okay, so I'm not sure what you mean actually. Like, did you find individual students somewhere or one student?
Yeah, so I have three students who I'm mentoring.
Okay, so you have three students. Okay, are they from some organization or how did you find them?
So two are in university pursuing technology, and one is a self-taught.
Sorry, Lazarus, I lost you there for a moment. So you said one is self-taught. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are not from a particular charitable organization, humanitarian organization.
Yeah, not from any organization. Though I intend to pursue that in regards to organizations, but I'm currently caught up a bit in something.
Sure, no problem. Okay then, so well, if you want to get in touch with some organization at some point, then feel free to email me, contact me whenever you you are able to get in touch with someone. Okay, and
Yes.
in the meantime, because I know that you also didn't do this training with Jane in the way that we are doing it now, would you also like to do these 2 extra sessions in this new way that we are doing the training?
Yeah, sure. I'm interested.
Okay, cool. So I will send you the Calendly link, right, with the availability of the trainer, and yes, a bit later today, and you can choose from there. And yes, then I will schedule accordingly the second session as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, thank you, Lazarus. And if there was anything else that you wanted to add?
Nothing at the moment. I just want to say thank you for your time.
Sure, thank you as well. Cool. Okay, and Sartak, you said that you had to leave. I don't know if you can still talk for a bit. Sartak, can you hear me? Okay, I think Sartak is already gone. Okay, guys, so if there's anything else that you would like us to discuss, that you would like to ask, or anything else that you have on your mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, Manuel, you said no?
Like long time, it was last year, we were discussing about like generating content that programming students will be going through. Now, I don't know whether.
Sorry, Manuel, could you please speak a bit louder, because I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I've been saying, last year, I think around September, we were talking about generating content like, that programming students will be going through several challenges so that they can improve their skills. I don't know if it was generated or it's still being generated.
Okay, so I don't remember exactly what kind of content we were talking about, to be honest, but since the specializations of the mentors are so varied, right, because we don't have only like front-end developers or only Android developers or whatever. There are all sorts of specializations that the mentors have. It would be quite hard to generate like unified curriculum. Well, it would be impossible, and to have like separate curriculums. This would take some time, which I personally don't have. But maybe for various specializations, we will gradually be able to have this kind of content. But until then, there are very good curriculums out there. And Emmanuel, you are teaching web development, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, for this, well, I think you already know about Free Code Camp, Code Academy, Solo Learn. Do you know these websites?
Yeah, I know them. I've been using them actually.
Okay, perfect. So these are great places to start, and then open source projects are also great to work on together with the students. So yes, if someone follows even like 70-80% of the Free Code Camp curriculum, and they also work on one or two open source projects, and maybe start a project of their own as well, and work a bit on that, then well, it's basically guaranteed that they will be able to get a job. So yes, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a priority to generate all these separate types of contents, right, based on the specialization of each mentor. Yes, like each mentor can choose their preferred curriculum basically, and as the students as themselves, what else can I do in order to achieve my goal? They will find many other resources as well. They will read various blog posts, they will watch YouTube videos, they will work on various things, do tutorials and stuff like that. So yes, this can definitely work in this way.
Okay, thanks.
Sure, you're welcome. Cool. Okay, guys. Shariful, can you hear me now, or can you unmute your microphone now? Okay, I don't know if there's something on your side. Cool, guys. If there's anything else that you would like us to discuss. Okay. Okay then. If not, I guess we can wrap our call up here, and then we'll keep in touch. Primarily on Discord. It would be great to use Discord as our main communication channel. And then there's also the Discourse forum, which, well, is not very active at the moment, but hopefully, as we progress, there will be discussions there as well on various topics. So yes, we can keep in touch in these two ways. Cool. Thanks, guys, and have a great weekend for most. And well, actually for everyone, because in Bangladesh there's Friday and Saturday, which is weekend. Cool. Thanks again, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a great weekend.